fucking with it right here with who I started with. We something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, Uno Central Coast, mob and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful linda raza, do me a favor, hit that button that's right there, the thumbs up. Si te gusta, if you like the kind of content that we drop here on a daily, hit that pinchy button down there. If not, I got thick skin, you won't offend me, I promise. For the stalkers, for the lurkers, for the creepers, there's a button right next to it that looks like this, and I call it the chinga tu madre. You can go ahead and hit that. Either way, it's all to the good, man. There's also a hype button. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that hype button. Before we get into the title of this video, THW says it would only take 8 seconds to trade with Blue Devil, and Blue Devil will be seeing the stars. Before we get into that, let's keep it professional. Let's go through the formalities. Gracias to all the day wonders. Gracias to everyone aside the members only. The members only is the backbone of the community. Cabrones, I highly appreciate the members only. You guys are the day numero unos. I appreciate you guys. And if you're a new subscriber, maybe you don't even know what the channel's about. Man, I'm a small town kid from a small town, East Salinas, the Alisal district. We're 90% predominantly farm workers over there. I grew up in those fields. I turned a negative into a positive. Stick around, man. Trip out on these videos. If you like it, man, hit that pinchy thumbs up. But the guerra stories and eating bullets for breakfast and all that, we'll leave that over for the members only over there to ask questions, elaborate on situations, ask anything, man. They get the 411 down there. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the title of this video. So there was an interaction. This is on the All Facts podcast. So again, we're milking this shit out, cabrones. This thing is not going anywhere because it seems to be just a podcast guerra between one podcast and another podcast, and they're both pulling out crazy numbers. They're pulling out good, solid numbers, okay? In a perfect world, we'd be able to cross-create content, put it together, and grow together. But this is not a perfect world. This is a Chicano world. We go at each other's throats worse than anyone. I put out a meme on Instagram a couple weeks ago, went lightweight viral. It says, you want to take a brown man out? You want to take him out? It's not hard. His own brown people will help you do it. So anyways, let's get into it. So there was an exchange on the All Facts podcast between the guests, which is Compa Raider. Man, shout out to Compa Raider. He's got the trash bag empire over there. And Señor Sushi a la chingada, over there. And then, man, shout out to Prime. He's got Cool TV. He's got a lot of things going on in his endeavors. And he's also in the mix at the All Facts podcast. He's got a seat at the table. And then, of course, THW, which recently came out, cabrones. He's putting his face out there. This is who I am. I believe that was the X factor that was needed in order to revitalize and revamp, just like he did, the food community. So the food community is the largest raza blog on Instagram, maybe on TikTok too. Maybe they're the kings of TikTok, and I don't even know the numbers over there. But shout out to all of them. So anyways, so someone sent me a clip, and the clip said, man, where did all this happen from? It was like he's sitting there, THW, and THW is the one talking. And of course, Compa Raider and Prime, they're playing the game. Let's just keep it a buck, cabrones. They're playing the game. The game is to stir shit up, get clips, get viral content, and keep it pushing. Keep pushing toward those numbers. If the numbers are the goal, then it's headed in the right direction, right? Because the numbers don't lie, right? A lot of impressions, I'm sure, a lot of engagements. So they're going back and forth, and THW, and then Compa Raider tells THW, well, realistically, give me your prediction. How does the fight end? You and Blue Devil, how long does it last?
Are you looking to purchase your first home? Are you needing to sell and want to get the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle? What you need is two things. One, a market expert, and two, a shark of a negotiator that's looking out for your best interest. Go ahead and get a hold of me. I service the 831 and the surrounding areas. Mike at MikeDiazRealtor.com. I'll talk to you soon.
THW's chilling right there, doing his thing. I don't know what he's doing. He's got a little bottle, a little cognac. He got a little something. He's going to sip on something, maybe smoke on something. He's sitting right there. He takes a couple seconds, and THW responds. He goes, If me and him were just trading, like standing, not running away, just trading, Compa Raider goes, yeah. He goes, about 8 seconds. Chinga su madre. Again, the people want to see this thing. But is it going to go outside of podcasting? I don't know. Because I already know. Look, listen. The hater world, he knows the game. It's all about content. We got to keep putting this pinchy content out. When does it ever get outside of content? I mean, it can. But 9 times out of 10, if you're seeing two cabrones beef on the internet, it might be for clicks and views. People have been on the internet and have been, this has already come to light already. People have instigated fake beefs in order to get people's views and clicks and likes and engagements and impressions. I'm not saying this is the case here. I do think they're just throwing back and forth, but it's getting into a little bit of a slippery slope, right? Into a little bit of slippery slope. So as far as the hater world's concerned, it's like, I already know that cabron is not gonna lift a finger and is going to keep doing what he does, running numbers. He's running big numbers. I mean, he gets off the pinchy live, he's already got 5 or 10,000 views. Right when he gets off the live, he's running numbers. And I think people are authentically drawn to the cabron because people that don't give a shit and that are their authentic selves, people gravitate to. That's how these cabrones started blowing up on TikTok and stuff like that. You know, or they're just posting stories about themselves, but you realize that they don't give a shit. And then people gravitate toward them. Look, I don't think Blue Devil is gonna take this thing off the internet, but damn, this is gonna keep getting headlines because it's the 2 biggest raza podcasts, or let's say some of the 2, because I'm not claiming to know all of them. Okay, I don't have the analytics for all of them, and I'm talking about podcasts in California. Top Fool's popping it. He said he's popping it because when he didn't pop it, motherfuckers were walking all over him. I understand exactly what you mean, cabron. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to come off like that. Like me, I like when people read me as, oh, he's the nice dude and cool and a good guy, you know, and all that stuff, which is good. I'm glad because that lets me know that's the energy that I'm giving out. But not if that's not what you wanted. That wasn't the achieved goal. If your goal was, hey, people are trying to walk all over me, but they better recognize game. They better recognize who we are, what we're doing, etc. So he's popping it even more. I expect more shots to get thrown in both directions. I expect shots to get thrown back and forth, right? We've already seen the dropping pinchy counter content when Food Community will have a guest on. And then next thing you know, the hater world will drop counter content. They've had the same guest on the show, and they're gonna ride the wave on the views and drop content at the same time. That ain't going nowhere. And as far as this thing going to the streets, it don't gotta go there. It don't gotta go to the streets. I'm gonna keep it real. The other day, I was on the hater world's his live, right? I was smashing. Where was I going? I was smashing somewhere. I was watching it on the pinchy on the TV in the car, right? Anyways. And he was there, and I was in the comment section, right? I'm like, hey, man, I didn't see that. He heard what I said, that I didn't see that video that he did, but just from the caption, I'm like, maybe he's going in on me, but it's all good. That's the name of the game. But I got to keep it real with you. Blue Devil lightweight banged on me. He lightweight banged on me right there. He lightweight pushing his muscle on me, which is all good, and I respect. Because that's what I was raised. I was taught respect. Given, not earned, respect. I get it. That could be debated too as well. But he lightweight banged on me, and he turned around. He told G the barber, who was sitting right there inside the 200 Boys podcast, from the 200 Boys podcast, sitting on the chair doing a live with them. He lightweight banged on me. He told G the barber, he goes, hey, if I really had an issue with him, you came over here. You were in this area where I'm at. He said, I could have picked up the phone and had 30 goons over there. And when he said that, I believe that was some real shit that he said. But again, that's the difference between reality and these internet beefs. I said in the new year, I'm done. My name's Bennett. I ain't in it as far as getting into it with men that, you know, the top podcasts that are really moving the needle for the raza. You know, the hater world, the food community. All of these podcasts, if we were to come together, we could do something big, huge, and positive over for the community, over for YouTube, a huge event. You know what I mean? Welcome to YouTubeville or something, right? We can do something huge. But what happens is the tribalism gets in the way, the bumping head gets in the way, and it's nothing new. Shit, that's why the raza likes novelas. From 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you know, my abuelitos, my parents were glued to the television. So that's why for us, a little bit of scandalo doesn't, you know, it's just for entertainment at the end of the day. But anyways, all right, that's enough of this video. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. I don't know. Knock them out in 8 seconds? I don't know. You know, I would have to see some work on the bag. I would have to see some hands. I don't know. I can't call it. But do I think he's game for it? I do think food community is game for it. But does it need to go there? Like American Cholo would say, how old are we? Let's act our age, not our shoe size. This is just content creation. It's probably what it is, man. Hit that pinchy like right there or hit that thumbs down. If you can, hype the video up. Drop a comment below. What do you think? Will this end up resulting off the internet? That means it's gonna be something will materialize, tangible. Your boy Mikey can get the Series of Fighting banner behind the two individuals and face them off. Or we're just gonna keep pushing content and doing what we does, cause we're California and everyone's looking at us. We're the mecca of all this podcasting thing, especially the Chicanos, right? So you got a little bit of a street background. People can sense it when you got a little bit of a street background. People gravitate toward it. Hey, let's just doing what we do out here on the West Coast and keep it pushing. All right, to the next episode. Gente, I'm out. Don't forget to move in excellence. To the next episode, I'll see you. Let's go to the next one.